Alright, good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Mega Man 10 80% tournament. I am Siberian Bull 9 on commentary. Tonight's contestants. Our racers include Palpiblade and nuuu. Palpiblade getting their first round victory over Infinity Mystery, and nuuu having a first round bye. So this intends to be an exciting race, and I'm going to set our runners free, and we'll get this dog rolling. So for anyone who has never seen a Mega Man 10 run before, essentially our initial goal here is to the way our Robot Master order works is we want to get to rush as quickly as possible. So the order is set on who our first Robot Masters are. So we're going to go to Pump, we're going to go to Solar, we're going to Chill, we're going to go to Nitro. We're going to go to those four Robot Masters because we don't particularly need Rush Jet for those stages, and they should be hitting start here very shortly here, as they have been getting the green light. There we go. Alright, so both runners making their way through Pump Man Stage. Probably take a moment to maybe desync, I don't know, for the streams to catch up. But nuuu and Palpiblade going through Pump Man Stage, as it's the one stage that really don't need anything for. What's going to happen is we're going to take the lower path here, and we're going to follow the streams. So then, because going the upper path is really a nuisance. There's a lot of obstacles in the way. Here is the least in the way, as our runners are now in sync. At least their timers are. And we're going to skin the cat, as I like to say, with this section as we go and walk against the current as we make it through Pump Man Stage. Want to avoid these bubbles, as the bubbles in these spots are pretty much on their own little timer, as nuuu makes the hop in that little gap there. Doesn't go for the E-Tank. They both get the rush coil at the end. Take the B-boost off the Susie, and pretty much in sync as we go into the boss door for Pump Man. So Pump Man is like any other shield enemy you've seen throughout the Mega Man series. Essentially, we're just going to stick Mega Buster in between the little pixels of the shield, so then we can fill Pump Man full of lemons. It looks like Pump Man is giving nuuu a bit of trouble here, as Palpiblade is getting a really nice pattern with Pump Man. Both of our runners not having too much trouble. nuuu's got to be a little extra careful now. I think he could take only one hit, but there goes Pump Man anyway. So down goes Pump for both Palpy and nuuu. As we'll get our first Robot Master down, and we'll move on to Solar Man. After one stage, we're just neck and neck as we move on to Solar Man here. And we call it Solar Man Stage, but I like to call it the Rush Coil Stage, as you're going to see a lot of Rush Coil here. As Solar Man is essentially, more, in my opinion, one giant vertical section. Lots of use of rushing in the early going here, and we're going to go through first horizontal section, which both horizontal sections are the same. You got these little solar flowers and little hotheads popping out of the ceiling. And we're going to come to our first mini boss of this game, the birds, the flaming chickens. They're a nuisance. We really want to see the left purple one come down first, and then pump it, puns intended, full of pump, and then hopefully the other one will come back around, and boom, like that. A couple of fried chickens doused out, as Poppy has a half a screen lead on nuuu at the moment, as we go through our second horizontal section, which is not much different than the first one, but the belt is pretty much in reverse. Where you're fighting against it in the first section, you're pretty much going with the belt in the second section. So really neck and neck as they approach the Solar Man door. Any mistakes could come at the hands of Solar Man himself, because we really want to see Solar Man jump in the right pit and then go to the left pit. We really don't want to see him do too much, because that's really the best one. It looks like Palpy's got at least the second best one, where he goes in the left pit, and nuuu got that, and ooh, nuuu got the quick kill when it went to the left pit, but they're pretty much still neck and neck as we're coming out of Solar Man Stage, and we'll head off to Chillman Stage next. Now, starting in Chillman, you're going to see a lot more quick swapping, especially when we get to the boss, but we'll save that for then. But Chillman will be our next Robot Master we head off to. Alright, so Mega Man 10 has an interesting thing where as Mega enters the screen, if you hold the jump button, Mega will automatically jump, and that saves 6 frames if you hold it all the way through. So every entrance onto any stage is a free 6 frames you could save. That's Palpa descends down the ice blocks. Ooh. nuuu getting caught up on the ice a little bit. And Cat Jam Chillman theme. Mega Man 10 has a lot of good music. Solar Man we just had. Chillman is one of my favorites. But here we go with some quick swapping, as we're going to use Solar to destroy these ice blocks to ascend in this vertical section. Both the runners get through essentially what I think is the most dangerous section of the stage, this little end section, because you got those jumping enemies that do start destroying the ice blocks, and then if you jump on it, it completely destroys it. So it's like you gotta find some kind of rhythm to get through. Now here we are with the quick swap with Solar, as we're going to try and switch back between Rush and Solar to take down Chill, and looks like nuuu takes down Chill first, having the better fight. But both the runners are still neck and neck, coming out of their third Robot Master, as we'll move on to Nitro next. Got our Chill Spike. We're moving on to Nitro Man next, and once again, one thing about Nitro Man Stage is that we're going to be using the Chill Spike early and often to impede traffic, so then we can get through easily. As nuuu takes down the first set of buses here, as he'll be going with traffic in the next section. And we'll come up to the semis for nuuu with Chill Spike, as pretty much we gotta time these out. If we do it too soon, we'll end up blocking ourselves. If we do it too late, too early, we have to wait for the truck to come by. Either way, it's all about timing when you lay out those Chill Spikes. Now this, depending on the runner, either you can pull out Pump like nuuu does to block the the flying Met's projectiles, or you do a little hop there to avoid the projectile and make it on through. Now nuuu is pulling out Solar to take out the last roadblock enemy, and we're going to be approaching the Nitro Man door here in a moment. And what we'll want to see from Nitro is we want to see him be in his bike form, as to do damage to Nitro, we actually have to use the spike portion of Chill Spike. So when we fire it, that initial blob is not the main damage. It's when it becomes the actual spikes that we do our damage, and that's what we want to see from Nitro. Is we want to see him be in vehicle form, and ooh. Looks like nuuu's about to run out of Spike. There, he's got one more, but that's fine. One more lemon. There we go. Nitro is taken care of. Palpi also taking down Nitro. Runner's still neck and neck. Now that this is our 4th Robot Master, we're going to get Rush Jet after this. And for the next 4 stages, it's going to become very, very important. We now move on to Commando Man Stage, as I call it the Ride the Wave stage, as we're going to be riding the sand jet streams. But we're going to first get through the first section either using Solar or Pump, depending on the rudder, as we destroy these little flying enemies up top so they don't destroy the little minefields, because there's enemies below those that can impede us a little bit, as nuuu has gotten through there, and so has Palpi. We're going to ride the sand wave, to say the least, to make it through this section here. We'll be seeing it a couple more times. Alright, so we're going to be switching to Rush here in a moment, as this will be our first use of it. In this section, actually, the stream is fighting against us, so we want to be above the sand stream so then it doesn't push us back, and then we'll switch back to a weapon to destroy the pit enemy, and then we'll switch back to Rush, and we'll ride it the rest of the way to the end. As nuuu makes it to the Commando Man door first. And Commando Man's interesting, as pretty much when he's in the air, he has no iframes whatsoever. So pretty much we're going to run up to him with the wheel and just drop it on top of him, as we're not going to waste any time. As our runners are pretty neck and neck still coming out of Commando Man Stage. nuuu slightly ahead. We're going to move on to what is by consensus the worst stage in the game in Blade Man Stage, as everything and anything will kill you. Spikes on the ceiling, open spikes on the floor, open pits, and this little seesaw that we are 100% just going to ignore. We're going to see a lot more quick swapping in this game, as we got Solar out. We're going to switch to Pump. We're going to switch to Chill Spike to, destroy that. Switch the wheel to fly up the whole wall. Switch the solar, destroy that axe and wheel, and we're gonna switch back. No, he doesn't do that. Okay, and stick the wheel as we go to the seesaw and switch to jet because you know what? Screw 4 tile jumps because those jumps are awful. They are the worst. And let's see if nuuu validates the run. Palpiblade did, so that's just a little fun. It looks cool, doesn't really pertain to what the run is, but you know, it's fun to do. As nuuu goes through our last horizontal screen, this is actually the real dangerous screen here, as this is where everything can turn south real quick. Get a large drop there before the last section, and just gotta skim the surface. And nuuu makes it through. How about Palpi? Yep. Okay. And the danger of this stage is gone as we take on Blade Man X. And it's the thing about Commando Bomb and Blade Man. It's actually the splash damage that does the damage, not necessarily the projectile itself, which is weird because you'd think the projectile would do the most damage. Nope. You're better off using the splash damage because iframes. And nuuu takes down their Robot Master, and Palpi takes theirs, and still neck and neck. Nuuu just a little slightly ahead. Maybe next time I'll actually count the seconds between teleporting out between the two. As we'll move on to Strike Man Stage next, or as I like to call him, Sport Man, because that's what the stage is. But Strike Man Stage is interesting because there are no death tiles in this stage. No spikes, no pits you fall into. If you die in this stage, it's because you took damage. No other reason than that. So nuuu is going to take on the first of our 2 goalies, taking out Commando Bomb. And he gets it nice and easy. I personally am not a fan of Commando Bomb. Alright, so nuuu gets past the first goalie. Palpi got past the first goalie. As we move on to the next section as we head through Strike Man Stage. And here we go with the second goalie here. nuuu with Commando Bomb out again. Let's see if he gets the splash. Yep, got both splashes. Ooh, nuuu almost missed his wheel there on the wall there. That would have been interesting. Alright, so nuuu and Palpi having no trouble through Strike Man Stage, it looks like. Maybe Palpi had a little more because he's really on the edge there as nuuu goes into the Strike Man Stage. So Blade Man's weapon is pretty much ultimate utility. It pretty much is, aside from the Buster, the weapon you will use the most to kill things. But, you know, all 3 blades do damage when they're fired, so pretty much Strike Man can be quick killed just like that on nuuu's screen. Palpi's going to have a little tougher time because of his low health, so he might play this safe. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Alright, there we go. Almost. Real close there for Palpi, but he takes Strike Man down all the same, as they're both off to their last Robot Master and Sheep Man. And the question has to be asked, do Robot Masters dream of electric sheep? So nuuu is going through Sheep Man Stage first, as we're going to make these blocks disappear as much as you can. Essentially, we also want to jump just a little bit before they disappear because, you know, fall speed. Fall speed is very important in descending in not only this stage, but in the next stage. Ooh, okay. I was worried there because nuuu wasn't riding backwards on Rush Jet. It's like, wait, don't do that, nuuu. Because that section can be treacherous, and I would know this for a fact because I've died there plenty by looking in the wrong direction. As nuuu breaks out the Grando, gets all the frames for Octobulb, and he's moving right along. And Palpy, there we go. Takes the back D boost on that enemy, because if you're facing the other direction, guess what? There's a pit right there, and that's instant death. As nuuu is making their way through the last couple of sections, as we get our first appearance of the Ryoku blocks in this game, and our only appearance of the Ryoku blocks in this game. I'll be being very careful there. Wasn't sure if he had the distance for that jump, because that's a 4-tile jump in itself. Let's see, it's timed what he needed to do there. As nuuu will get through the last disappearing block section and switch to Strike. And Strike is interesting because for every bounce does off the wall, it will do one more dot of damage against an enemy. So pretty much nuuu is going to throw the ball off the ground here and throw it against the wall or throw it up, whatever, and making sure that Sheepman does not turn into a cloud and, well, kills him quickly, just like that. Palpy is now about to take on Sheepman themselves. 219 on Teleport Out for nuuu. Let's see how Palpy does against Sheepman. He finds Palpy's misguided strike ball, finds the right shoot cloud and takes him down. So we're talking about 30 seconds between the two runners right now. As nuuu is starting Wiley 1 now. Now, we want to be on the right cycle as we proceed through this first section. As when we go through the first boss door here, we want to see Elect Man as we see if nuuu got the right cycle. So the interesting thing about Wiley 1 and all the archives here, and we did get Elect Man, is these are in fact Keiji Inafune's favorite Robot Masters. Ooh, nuuu playing it close to the chest there with that one. Almost touching that spike, but he does get down the shaft quickly, and we'll see him attempt it again. Let's see, Palpy was on the right frame going through the door. Is it Elect Man? It is Elect Man. As nuuu approaches the second archive room, I believe we want to see Napalm Man when we go through this door. It looks like we got Ring Man as we made it through, and now we got Flame, and there's Napalm. So, interestingly enough, the Robot Masters in this stage all have similar weaknesses to when they were in their original games, except for, I believe, Flame Man, who was weak to Wind Man's weapon. But we don't have Wind, so sure. Pump works. Why not? As nuuu is going to go through the last section here. Looks like Palpy is on the same cycle right now as as nuuu going through their second archive section, as it was quickly approaching the last archive room, where we got essentially the worst archive room that it could be, with Frost, Slash, and Tornado, as Frost does not get the knockback like it does in Mega Man 8 with Commando Bomb, so we gotta actually hit the ground with the Commando Bomb to do damage to it, because, you know, Commando Bomb couldn't, you know, just do damage regularly. You have to hit the ground, get all the iframes with the damage. But nuuu apparently was on the right cycle, because there goes all three of those. Makes it look easy. I wish I could have it that easy. In the last archive room, as they move on to Wiley 2 now. And Wiley 2 might actually be my favorite stage overall, especially just for the way your heart just starts racing, because there's so much going on, so much quick swapping going on in this stage. As well as two mini bosses, and of all the mini bosses in this game, it had to be those two. As nuuu is going to approach the birds from Solar Man Stage again. I think nuuu thought he was on Coil there, was going to jump on Rush and then use his Buster on the last bird there, but oops. Yep. Gotta be careful, because those two are always treacherous. You think you're on the right frames, like, alright, we're going to make it through, and then the second one comes down, or you're there too soon and the first one comes down. Alright, so here's Octobulb again, let's see if we get it. Yep, got all the splash on Octobulb, down it goes. See if nuuu's just going to jump through. Yep. Takes the lower path here. Ooh. Gets a nice refill for his blade. I don't know if he'll be using that later, but I would think that's nice. Gets on Rush, avoids the last solar. Let's see what kind of cycle is on the last section. Okay, he's on a good cycle. Oof, oof, oof. My heart can't take it. Meanwhile, Palpy is taking on Octobulb themselves. Got the Commando Bomb. Will they get it? They got it. And nuuu gets Thunder Crab. I hope to get that later. And makes it look easy. Absolutely makes it look easy. As he's now moving on to Wiley 3, let's see where Palpy's is on the cycles there. He's got the middle one, which is still a good cycle because you can just make it all the way through. Yep. Alright, so nuuu's going through Wiley 3, or as I like to call it, the required auto scroller section of Mega Man 10. As far as big, the capsule, but you know, that's not here nor there. We would like to get the good capsule, but you know, it looks like Palpy's having a bit of trouble with the Crab Puncher. But the crab goes down all the same for Palpy, as nuuu is going through the horizontal section of Wiley 3, and that section always scares me, because I have to figure it out, 100%. Rush Jet just to get through it faster, but, you know, without constantly bumping into a shrimp. As nuuu is going through the last elevator section here now. Gotta be careful, because the spikes, even if you take damage from the Mets, the spikes still count as ceiling and they will crush you. Okay, I guess we can breathe now. Taking a save by choosing to ride Rush through the upper portion there. As we are going to see what I like to call, he's got many names. Devil Block, Block Devil, Pico Devil, Block Pico, this thing. So nuuu's going to wait for the, I believe the last block to connect before he sends the Ground Striker on the ground, and hopefully get 3 bounces to get the eye coming in. He did get it, and now he's going to hopefully, there we go. Yep, get the 1 cycle for Block Devil. Down it goes. Meanwhile, Palpy is coming up to the second. Oof. That's rough. Missing his jump there. And he's also got oil on him. He's got to be slightly careful. There we go. Okay. So nuuu is in refights as we speak. I believe, I don't recall off the top of my head if nuuu grabbed the M-Tank. I don't think he did. So he won't be using that. The M-Tank's runner's preference, really. I use it, but that's just me because I'm a coward. But he's going to be very careful with his ammo usage here as he takes on Chillman first, and he misses a couple of his solar shots on Chillman. Oh, he did grab the M-Tank. Okay, never mind. So he's going to refill all his stock. Looks like he had enough for another M-Tank just in case, as he takes on Nitro next. Meanwhile, Palpy is dealing with Pico Devil. And nuuu getting the good pattern from Nitro. That's what we want to see from Nitro all the time. And Palpy just laying the balls right into Pico Devil's face. Or eye, depending on your preference. He was looking for a double pump here as he takes out 2 Thunderwall. And Pumpman said, nah, I'm good. But he does get the second set. As he's moving on to Commando now. As Palpy starts their refights, nuuu's on to Sheepman. I believe he has 2 more after this with Solar and Commando. Yep. And Solar giving nuuu the good pattern too. That's kind of the pattern we want to see. We want to see Solar go into that first gap. And nuuu looking to get all the splashes on Blade here in the refight. Just like that. And we're on to the machine. And yo-ho, mateys. Because who'd have thought Mega Man 10 Wiley would bust out the pirate machine. You'd think he'd have that for Rock Band 4 today, you know, with actual Pirate Man. Nuuu having a really good machine fight, taking down, as Palpi, I believe, is on their 5th Robot Master with Solar Man. Solar Man giving Palpi all the business. As we go to Wiley in space! Because, you know, if you got a robot disease, why not go to space? Surely it won't affect us up here. As nuuu hopes to be on the right cycle for the capsule, as we want to see... We want to... We do want to get the quick kill for that. I'll be using all their Thunderwall on Pumpman. nuuu is about to take on the capsule himself, pulling out Chill Spike. Let's see if he got the right cycle here for this. Oh! Looks like we're on the right cycle. I think he's gonna miss by 1. Nope, he got it. Just like that. Down goes Wiley. And nuuu is the winner of this race. With an official race time of 35:22. Get those GGs in, as Palpi is about to do their capsule run here. Let's see if nuuu has the time to do a post-race interview, as Palpi is hoping to be on the correct cycle as he approaches the capsule. And it appears Palpi does not have audio. I tried to switch back to nuuu, but it looks like the thing won't allow me. But Palpi is going to approach the capsule here now. Let's see if he's on the right cycle as we make it through. And looks like he's on the right cycle. So let's see if he gets it all in one go. No! Not exactly the right cycle. So that's rough. And boom, there we go. Down goes Capsule, down goes Wiley. Palpi finishes with an official race time of 37:42. Get those GGs in, folks. These runners gave an amazing race for us this evening. If you enjoyed what you've seen here, give these runners, both runners, a follow. Why don't you? And if you feel like it, join the Discord, join the Mega Man community, because we'll definitely help you learn this game. There's plenty of people who are willing to help you learn this game. But let's see if we can get either of these runners into this room. I don't even... get these runners in here for a post-race interview. So, the... Both of these are runners in here. Alright, so it looks like nuuu has declined to do a post-race interview. Let's see if we can get Palpy in here. Alright, so taking him by hostage by Cook or Crook, here's Palpiblade, our runner-up in this race. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. No, nuuu won't be joining us, but what did you think of that run for yourself?
Well, that was better than I expected. I had a lot of very bad mistakes in Wiley 3 and in Strike Man. I kept fumbling, and it cost me a lot. So, would have been a little closer if I just cleaned those up.
Yeah, looks like you were skinning the cat there, definitely in that Strike Man stage.
Yeah. I thought I hit Commando. I thought I hit the double hit of Commando, and when I realized I didn't, I was like, "Oh shoot! There goes like the small semblance of a chance I had."
Yeah, Commando does that. That's why I haven't started using it yet. I just don't trust it.
Yeah, Commando Vom is not trustworthy whatsoever.
But you know, you still had an incredible race. You and nuuu were neck and neck until that Strike Man stage.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of myself for that. I thought it was gonna be like immediately just gone. I didn't think I would keep it that close.
Considering the fact that it's only 2 minute 20-second difference, that's, as far as I'm concerned, pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good, especially since it's new.
Yeah. So sadly, you'll be moving down to the losers bracket, and later on tonight, you'll find out who you're up against, because I'm in that race.
Woo!
So yeah, folks, if you enjoyed these runners, do give them both a follow. They put on an incredible show. Palpy is still in the tournament, but he's going to be down in the losers bracket, and he's going to find out later who he's facing. As there's still 2 other races happening tonight, and they'll both be happening over on the sister channel, the OG SpeedGaming. We got Fly or Saranitan, and we got myself Siberian Goldeneye versus Great John. That's at 9 and 11 p. So stick around, as there's a lot more Mega Man 10 speedrunning happening this evening. So if you enjoyed what you have like here, so follow the runners, join the Discords. Do you have anything else you want to say, Palpy?
No, that sounds just about right. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, folks. Have a good one.